Hello, followers of The Artist Way with Destination Me. This is Hilma, and this is week 1, kind of midweek. Pardon the sweat. I just got out of the shower. It is freaking hot here in north central BC. And for us to say that, it means it's really hot. Yeah, it is. We don't get desert temperatures, but this was a hot one. Hence, yes, I do have my glass of wine. And I invite you to join me. It is cool and refreshing. I think that's why I don't drink white wine. Or red wine. I'm sorry. I drink white wine because it's cool. I could not imagine sipping back on red wine at room temperature right now. So today I want to share with you we're kind of in the mode of looking at our history, our how we grew up, and what are there people or things or events that squashed our creativity. Now you hear it all the time. Teacher said that's not good enough and it was your best work. Mom and dad said, no, you can't do art. Your sister's better. You hear it all the time, and so I just put away my paint, and I have never touched it since, and I'm now 55 years old. I wish I had more to tell you about this, but I had a really good childhood, and I was pretty well encouraged. I only had one event that no matter how far, how often, how many times I research my history or look back at my history, I only have one thing I can actually say to you that was a criticism, and it was me. It was me comparing myself. I was in a country school, and there were 2 of us in my grade, Elma and Hilma. Yeah, get that one. Now, Elma was one of those country kids that got to ride her horse to work every day, or to school every day, and she always seemed really, really cool. Hence, when she drew or sketched, she drew horses, and guess what? Yeah, they were perfect. They were beautiful. They had flowing manes, and they were in proportion, and mine was kind of like a stick horse. Now, no one drew comparisons publicly except me. I judged myself. I felt I was a failure. I couldn't draw because I couldn't draw like her. Now, I do remember grade 6, we moved to a different school, which was in town, and the teacher there was an art teacher, but she taught us homeroom and all our other courses as well. And in history, we had to draw maps. Now, we were allowed in grade 6 to trace the map, but we had to color it in and name it and identify all the countries, blah, blah, blah. I can remember doing a map of Europe, and I can remember my teacher, Mrs. Doherty, standing at the front of the room holding up my map and saying, "This is perfect. This is beautiful. Look at the colors. The printing's tiny but clearly laid out. Every country is right. This is excellent work." Wow. Now, at the time, I was teacher's pet, I thought. No, I wasn't, but that meant a lot to me. But that means my creativity grew in her class, and that was good. We're supposed to draw a sketch about our negative experience. So tonight, after I put this down, I'm going to draw my horse. And you know, It's not going to look like a horse. It's going to have a mane. It's going to have 2 ears, 4 legs, tail. I can't promise any more than that because that's probably what it's going to be. We get to write a big X through it, as if we are destroying that old memory. I'm going to do something else because it wasn't someone else telling me that I wasn't good enough. It was me. I need to convince me that I'm good enough. So after I've done that, I'm also going to pull out a picture of a horse and trace it. Then I'll color it. I might even try to redraw it without tracing. And I just may share that. So I encourage you, whatever that history was, whether you were 3 and you remember somebody criticizing you or yelling at you for drawing on the wall, or whether you were 20 and your professor at college said, that sucks. Just take it apart. Put it out there and let it go. Remember to then give yourself the positive sense, the letter of to whom it may concern. I don't care about my critics. I don't care about how I am criticizing myself. I am an artist. I can do this. I do have creativity within me. It was interesting at the end of this chapter because we were asked to find 3 champions, 3 people who encourage you. Now, don't get caught in looking at, well, who encourages me to draw? No, who encourages you to be unique and creative in your life? Who encourages you to try that new recipe? Quite often, it's our husbands who say, go ahead, hon, I'll try it. I want you to think outside the box here, but chances are they're there. I want you to give this your best shot this week and join me tackling all those critics, whether they're inside or outside. Bye for now.